Okay, can we start the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody, it is 5:30, December 16th Town Council, and please be attending to the pastor as gives the prayer.
Heavenly Father, as we gather tonight to make decisions for this town, we ask for wisdom and temperance. May we truly lead these people and do as the people need. So help us and guide us. In the name of Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Thank you. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item of business will be the approval of the minutes for 11/18/2025.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We've got a second from Ed. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none. Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yep.
Ed?
Yeah.
John?
Yes.
5-0. Next item is approval of claims. I entertain a motion.
I'll move to pay the claims.
I have a motion from Ed. Do I have a second?
I'll look around.
I have a second from Shannon. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none. Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yep.
John? Yes. 5-0. First item of business is Tony Yacles, and he's not here for the.
I can go for Tony, and I'll
Okay.
just stay up there for the next three, if you don't mind.
Okay. Why don't you go? Or
So then go back to it?
or you can just go from right there.
Yeah.
Pastor Ed, you have John Markowitz's phone number.
I do.
Would you mind giving him a call and seeing if he can make tonight's meeting?
Okay.
He was supposed to have been here.
Okay.
And could you want to go to Diane's office or something?
I will.
This business.
Sorry, hold on.
Good evening.
Evening.
I'm going to go ahead and do the Goshen Meadows wastewater updates. There's a couple important items that I wanted to talk about for this. First off, oh, there you go. No problem, Tony. I was just getting ready to give them an update. Would
Okay.
you like to
I can,
do
yeah.
that?
Yeah. I may know a little bit more than you
Okay.
on this meeting on Monday.
One thing I wanted to request is I think Tony has the pay app with him tonight.
I didn't bring it with me if you got it.
Okay, if not, I can go get one.
Yeah.
We would like to release the remaining ARPA funds for the pipes that arrived to pay for partially some of the piping that is now there. If we don't spend that ARPA fundage prior to the end of the year, we lose it, or could possibly lose it. So that's the one thing that I am looking for to get a vote on tonight is the release of the remaining ARPA funds. And I'll let Tony go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just in addition to that, what I was going to say tonight is that lawyers and my coworker Darren met with Gary Dodd on yesterday to kind of just discuss everything. We got the easements through all that farm field. So they met with him just to figure out where they're going to have the laydown area, what they can and can't do, and all that sort of thing. The meeting went very well. Gary kind of knows what's going on. They might even start delivering pipe maybe late this week or early next. It's at their shop.
Yeah.
And so they just want to meet with Gary to figure out how they need to string it, where they're going to string it, because it's going to take them about 80 hours just to fuse the pipe. It's a pretty good process. So we want to make sure that that was taken care of. Gary also talked to them a little bit about the field tile that's in the fields there. Some of them are marked, some of them aren't. So they'll pothole where they know they're at and make sure and try to miss those. If they hit one, Lord knows they need to fix it. They'll dig down and fix it. And then we did talk a little bit about the air release valves. I know there's one right there as we cross State Road 9. That's the one that's really kind of, that we talked about earlier. We kind of have a plan, so Jason, we can kind of get you up to date on that, because I think it's going to have to stick in the field, which we're trying not to, because he obviously farms right up to the fence there. But we'll probably have to put some bollards around them, is what Gary's asking for. So bollards, basically the steel concrete fill pipes. Like when you pull up in front of a store, so you don't hit the, you don't pull too far. It keeps your foot, you hit that before you hit the building.
Work right.
Yeah, bollards. So we'll kind of hit that. I don't have a time frame on when they're actually going to start, because it's weather permitting. With the cold weather we've had, they come out here and refuse. It's just too cold. So once I have that, I can let Jason, both Jasons know, and they can let you guys know. But they may start delivering pipe and stringing it out to the field here next week. Let's see here. I had one more thing. What was it? No, I think that's it. Any questions you have?
The project going okay as far as you're concerned?
Yeah. So they got all the insurance. That's the other thing I was going to mention. We had a few issues with their endorsements. They didn't include some of their endorsements for installation floater, which is basically kind of a small piece of builder's risk, and another endorsement. I can't remember what it is right now, but that's all been taken care of. Actually, that's why I brought the book today to get to Jason. That has all the insurance and stuff in it, and everything's signed for you guys. So basically, in our eyes, they could start tomorrow if they wanted to. Everything's ready to go. I don't think they will, because like I said, the weather's just bad.
Well, insurance and bonds is a big aspect of that.
It is, and the bonds came in right away. The insurance came in right away, but we also looked through it for you guys, and they were missing a few of the additional insured endorsements that are called out in the contract, and it took a little bit of back and forth to get that taken care of, but that's all been taken care of. And like I say, they're in our eyes, they're ready to go tomorrow if they wanted to. So.
Tony, weather permitting, I can't recall how many days they estimated this. Was it 60 days?
It was 60 days for the force main. Then there's the macerator and stuff at the plant, which is in addition to that. But they thought they could have the force main directional drilled in and tied in about 60 days. Again, weather permitting. Let's say with this cold weather, and equipment doesn't start, they just can't get it going. So yeah, they thought 60 days, and of that 60 days, about 2 weeks of that would be just fusing the pipe.
So we would think before the spring rains arrive.
Yeah, I think before planting starts for sure. Yeah.
Up and running. Okay.
Because I know we talked about, we definitely wanted to. It's actually going to work out pretty good, because we had talked about crop damage early on, about if they got in here too early, the corn's still in the field, or if they're too late. But I think we're going to hit it just right to where crops are out of the field, and I think we'll have it in before they plant in April.
Right.
So. And then if you want to get that paid out, we can definitely discuss that and have them approve that. But that's definitely spend the ARPA funds. They got the materials on site, but basically it's a big number, but paying for stored materials, and they'll have it strung out here hopefully next week on site. So, you got any questions?
Thank you,
And I
Tony.
have that copy I was laid out. If that's what everyone to.
Yeah,
I didn't know how much is the,
Diane, what's the approximate amount of ARPA funds? I don't know if it's in the
So-
spot.
There's about 41.3 left, but we want to disperse 14,490 for the sidewalks,
Yes.
but we need to disperse by the end of the year, and that's why we just make the motion for the remainder. That way we can just make sure that it all gets dispersed one way or another. So it should be around 26,885. But rather than do an amount, something's off a dollar, or if Jason feels like that's the amount for the sidewalk, but if it comes out at a different price, then that'll just have a remainder where I can make sure I get it dispersed by the end of the year.
So this is just be a
9,000.
Okay, where do we sign?
Oh, there's nothing to sign. It's just numbers.
Just go like that.
Oh,
This is just a partial payment, is the way I understand.
We're just
it.
looking
Pay
at
the
it,
money.
you don't have to sign anymore.
It's basically
Yeah,
so
we'll
they
even
can
make
spend
it
down
permanent,
ARPA
but
money.
it'll allow us to disperse our funds that
Okay.
we disperse.
And then we'll come back and then we can try and pay out and then disperse it all, but this gives them the opportunity for the town to pay out the ARPA money that needs to be spent for them. So, but the pipe is on site, so lawyers have spent the money by the pipe, which is a big portion of the project
Okay.
because it's 7,000 feet of pipe. So.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
All right.
CCMG,
So we
go
need
back.
a
No,
motion.
hold on. We gotta have a motion to.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'll make a motion to release the remaining ARPA funds in a total of $309,018.53.
Well, the amount's not that much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on
Our
there.
amount, if you can just say the remainder of
The
the
remaining.
ARPA funds, it's only about 27,000, but that
Okay.
way we don't have to worry if it ends up being
Oh,
1,000 here
that
or
was the
there.
total, sorry.
Yeah, that's the total that they're going to request. So this is just a partial payment on that.
It's,
Okay.
okay.
We got a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yep.
George? Ed?
Yeah.
John? Yes. Okay. Jason?
CCMG. We recently got word of the town receiving $238,948.84 for CCMG funds for 2026-1 community crossing, with our match of about $60,000, just a little less than $60,000, for a grand total of $298,000 worth of street repair for the upcoming season. Tony and I are going to sit down here after Christmas and start working on getting those bids out to selected bidders that we choose. And again, I welcome anybody who may be interested in bidding to please get a hold of me, or if council knows of anybody that we may be forgetting, to please let me know. And before it goes out to bid, of course, you guys would be privy to that information. But yeah, this is a really exciting thing for us. Not all of the communities this year were awarded this grant, and I'm really proud that we were able to receive this much funding. This is the first time we've gone for anything over $150,000 in a very long time. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get on with streets next year and make this town even better in our streets. So part of the CCMG program is LTAP, which is Purdue University, and every year I have to submit all of our streets and asset management plan and pavement inventory, street inventory to Purdue University, and they go through it with a fine-tooth comb. And I'm happy to report that it had been approved. It is approved for 2026, along with me being a certified PACER, which is pavement asset management rater for our streets and any other community's streets. I can now do, which I think I'm one of the few town managers that have gone to get a PACER rating. So it's pretty exciting.
Your dedication, Rob.
Yeah, and
Can I add one thing?
yeah,
This will be a pretty quick turnaround because they NDOT wants the signed contract from the contractor by March 1st.
Right.
It seems like it gets earlier and earlier every time. Which just means Jason and I need to get together, get the drawings done, have all that stuff done, get it out for quotes in January.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can award it in February.
Right.
And then we can get signed agreements with the contractor and get it into NDOT. It's going to be pretty, I don't know, I looked at that, I was like, oh, wow.
I think it's going to
That's
move pretty
It's gonna be
quick.
fast.
That's real
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
Sure, come back tomorrow.
We'll have straight work in the spring.
Yeah.
yeah, spring and summer, depending on when they do it. But it's just a quick turnaround to get these drawings out to the bidders.
Mm-hmm.
Because this year, like say we're almost 300,000. We can still quote it, by the way, because that got raised to 300,000 by the state instead of 150. But this involves full depth replacement on Broad Street, and then a bunch of other spots that are
Yeah, repaving, mill and resurfacing all of Broad Street, but from Seminary to South Street is a full depth replacement because the bottom is just junk of that road surface, and it's clay soil underneath the road surface, and it's just like a sponge. So we're never going to get good quality asphalt on top of that clay. So we got to go under the surface and put down rock and special material called
geotextile fabric.
GFX fabric.
Yeah, geotextile.
Geotextile
Yeah,
fabric.
it's a geogrid. Basically plastic, but it's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like plastic rebar.
Okay.
And so that's what we're going to have to do on between South and Seminary on Broad Street. And so it should be pretty exciting. We're going to do some a lot of rejuvenating and a lot of seal coating this year as well. All of Scott Street will be we'll use the same stuff that we put on the town square called Road Renew from the Naira company. We'll have that down on Scott Street, and then a bunch of rejuvenation on 8 other streets in town. So it's a bunch of preventative maintenance as well as some major repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I have on the LTAP and CCMG stuff, but Tony and I will be busy for the next couple months getting all that stuff ready. So
Yeah.
there is no break in the season anymore for road repairs.
The next item is trash contract with Pastor John.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah. Pastor John and I had a discussion we had a lunch discussion about a week or so ago.
Yep, great.
And he sent me a proposal, and I kind of looked over his proposal, and upon some reflection on it, I think that it's really important that we pay, since it is a budget item, I think that we pay our normal trash contract rate to the Wesleyan Church. And this was not asked by John. I just think that we're opening up a big can of worms by having one entity do something for a low fee. I think it needs to be a paid thing, just like anybody else. And the last thing I want to do is to show preference to any community church in our town. And it's a hard job, and it's a job that nobody really has wanted to do. And, I'm grateful that the First Wesleyan Church has stepped up to the plate and actually wants to be part of help the town and make things clean and pretty and nice in our community. So with that, I will let you guys and John work out the details. John, go ahead. You're welcome to sit there. You can come up here, whatever you choose to do.
I'll man up. I'll come on the spot.
I'll go have a seat.
Yeah, I'm open for any questions or discussions. I have the copy of the revised version that Jason has drawn up, and then I have a copy of the one that I drew up that I had emailed, I believe, to everyone on board. And so the differences that I see is obviously the amount, but also the one thing that I didn't want to, I definitely didn't want to go in with any false pretenses. And I think Jason did a pretty good job about what he did on the special event coverage. But I just want to make it clear that with the special events or activities, that might have to be something that is case by case, because our church is also involved in those things in other areas. So to have the team to do that, like my thought is Pope Heritage Days. I'm not so concerned about the cruise-ins and smoke on the square. I'm not so concerned about that, but the Hope Heritage Day is concerned of having the quality team.
You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Heritage of Hope takes care of that themselves.
Okay. And so other than that, that was the big event that I'm like, there's no way that we can
Or through
manage
the
that.
people who pick up our trash, is that who they do?
Typically, John, how it's
They
worked
take
in
care
the
of it
past
themselves.
is Smoke on the Square. Square is a big event.
Yes.
Spring,
Okay.
and then our 4th of July, and then Heritage Days are all. Jeff Yarnell was doing Smoke on the Square. He was taking care of the trash, which it's his event. But he was making sure the trash was taken care of. And then he was contracted by the Yellow Trail Museum to collect the trash for the 4th of July, Old Fashioned Independence Day.
Okay.
Movie night as well.
Movie night as well.
Okay.
And then the cruise in has always been done on a Friday night.
Okay.
So the trash was collected supposedly on Fridays and then again on Mondays. So I never thought it was an issue.
Okay.
But apparently it was. So the cruise in will look to contract that out to somebody, or will take care of it themselves.
Okay.
If there are cruise-ins next year.
Okay. And like I said, when I was thinking, the biggest thing I was thinking was the Hope Heritage Days. The other ones I think can be easily managed with a couple of people, but there was just no way that and I met with my team and there was no way. So on that note, if you guys have any questions for me or any thoughts, I'd be glad to have any discussions that you guys have.
Are you willing to accept it for the price that we've stated here?
For the price on the new proposal,
Yes.
yes, I am. And yes, go ahead.
And if that, I understand that you were willing to do it for a lesser amount,
Correct.
that money, if it's, I mean, what you do with it is your business, but you can get commissions or however
Correct.
your church works internally. So
Okay. And that will be a blessing, and we'll be able to use it. And I'll just tell you, it's going to be put back into the outreach of what we do into the community. So
yeah, that'd be great.
yeah.
So we need a motion.
Well, I have a question.
Yes,
I
please.
mean, on this last one that was sent out, that says that you are gonna do pickup twice a week, Monday and Friday, but it doesn't say like previously it was Monday and Friday, but it was for 8 months, right?
Yeah.
And then once a week for 4 months. But this one says twice a week, like for the whole year.
Yeah. So
So is that what you're proposing?
yeah, mine would be twice a week.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just making sure that was correct.
Throughout the year, if they need it, right?
right. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes. and I can clear things up in there if there's
So it's
something.
clear. I just want to make sure it was right.
Yeah. No,
And notice in this one that they stipulated if it's under half full, they're
Right.
not going to change it. So
Correct.
I think if you do it year on year, you're going to find during the winter time, obviously, they're not going
Right.
to get that full. So
Right.
Yeah.
And the idea behind this is just to make sure that we keep healthy curb appeal and
Right.
hope. I mean, that's really what our goal is.
And my suggestion for us is going forward when we approve special events for the square, that needs to be a stipulation that organization handles the removal of the trash and receptacles on the square.
Mm-hmm.
That should just be a part of them asking
Yeah, I don't
for
know if that's
permission.
part of the written agreement or not, is it?
It is.
Yeah, it's already in there.
Yeah, I thought it was, but
Well,
I
I
know it's
that
not really
contract with
kind
that.
of
Probably have
Separate
enforced
from
it.
the-
Oh, okay.
Enforced it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
working with the
it
other
just says they're
organizations.
responsible.
Okay.
Contracts not separate.
Okay.
Teeth, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
So if if we come to a conclusion tonight and everybody's happy, the next step is that Scott will have to put this in a contract form, and then I will get you to sign it as well as the council to sign it.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
I'll make a motion to approve it as proposed.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Can we add to that you'll allow Jason to sign that contract on behalf of town? Just to
Yeah.
have it in the motion.
Yeah,
I think he probably has the authority to, but it would be nice if it's in the minutes.
I'll amend the motion that will also give Jason approval to sign the contract.
Does this contract have a date, like starting date, end date, or is
This is not it.
It's not the
Okay.
contract.
It'll be January through December 31st, January 1 through December 31.
Okay, I believe I had a motion and a second.
Shannon, second.
So do I have any discussion? Hearing none, Shannon?
Yes.
Bert?
Yes.
Ed? Yep. John? Yes. 5-0.
I do
Yeah.
have a question.
Yes.
Like, previously, an invoice was submitted to, this is a virus payment, an invoice was submitted to us and we would disperse monthly. Is that still the way?
But it's I'm impartial on how you want to do it. It was my understanding that it was going to be a one allocated set. It's however you want to do it, however you want to disperse the funds is irrelevant. When it was discussed last month, it was discussed that was to purchase the trash bags for the year. So it was all going to be set out up front. If that doesn't work for you and you want to pay it monthly, that's however it works for you.
You're the budget lady, so how does that, how much does it affect if we disperse it at once?
It doesn't.
I mean,
It doesn't.
Would you rather do it once or monthly?
Or could you even do it twice a
Twice.
year?
So
Right,
Once
do
in
it-
January, once in
do it
January, once in July.
semi-annual.
That's
Because the
fine.
thing is like at some, like, if this happens to not work out for whoever, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I would suggest maybe January and July.
So 2 and 2, and that way you wouldn't be
That
able
way
to
you have
cost
some
the trash
upfront
bags
and-
and stuff.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'll even put that in the,
Okay.
I'll put that in the agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to working with you.
Yes, I am as well. Thank you. Is there anything else I need to? No.
Thank you.
You're good.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's it.
That brings us to new business. Water sewer budget. Ryan Burton.
The budget lady.
Picky budget lady.
That's a new nickname.
I'll take that. I'll take the piggy part, I'm okay with that. All right, so I'll just be honest here. I kicked this out pretty quickly. It just seems like it's hard in December to get this done, and the meeting fell really early this time. So, but I still wanted to get it out so that you can look it over and we can wait till January to approve it. This is not something that really we're required to do, but I think it's something that's important to do, and I think you guys feel it's important to do too. So I apologize, this is pretty much fresh off the press for you guys this evening. You haven't had a chance to look at it. I have briefly discussed it with Jason Eckert, but I didn't even get to talk to Jason Mack, unless you count the 3 minutes before the meeting tonight that I talked to him. So I'm just going to go over a couple of changes that I feel like we need to make. And then we can revisit this in January and give Jason Mack a chance to have some input as well. We did discuss like small things that he, needs done. That's already in the budget. There's, it's not that tight of a budget. It's just more the bigger items. But so you have a summary sheet, and then behind the summary sheet is every appropriation and how much is in each of those appropriations, just like I did last year. So a summary in the adjustments, salaries and benefits is a 5% increase, and then the adjustment in the clerk treasurer pay increase has been made as well. And there is money still in there, kept that line the same for meter rebuilds. This is a pretty small amount, as well as just 1,000 each utility. But that is something that David said we need to have in there, that we need to do for 8 years. So we've done 1, we have 7 left. And I think Jason Mack has that on like a rotation to get those all rebuilt. And health insurance, I did 10% just because it was running a little tight, and that's just one of those things we have to pay and don't have a lot of control over. Good news, our 2005 water bond obligation has been met. So that freed up water, $35,000. So we did not have to make the 2015 water bond, yes, but not the 2005. So we got that relieved this month. And I believe they'll be able to release some of that debt reserves as well, because some of that was for these the 2005 water bonds. So that's good news. So in talking to Jason Eckert, he is suggesting, and I think he has briefly mentioned this, or maybe to some of you, a mini truck. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Jason? Like what your thoughts are on that, Jason?
I can, yeah. So there's these little Japanese mini trucks that they make that are highly fuel efficient and are capable of carrying about 750 pounds in the back end of them. They're 4-wheel drive, air conditioned, heated, little small trucks.
Like a gator?
Yeah, they're like a gator, but with wipers and the whole street legal gamut. I feel like one of those would be good for the town all season to sort of have one of the guys use to get around town. Maybe do meter reads in, and whenever we're out working, it gets one of them out of one of our larger trucks and keeps miles off of one of our larger trucks that aren't really necessary to drive, like the big giant dually tool truck, which can be cumbersome to drive and not necessary. So with this little machine, it's only meant to stay in the town of Hope. They are street legal, and they're about anywhere from $6,000 to $20,000. I think you can buy a good used one for around $10,000.
Which is what I budgeted.
And I'd like to try one out just to see if they're well liked in town and could be very useful to the guys. Jason, what are your thoughts?
I think that there is a use case for it. I think let's say wear and tear on the trucks that are getting close to needing replaced. You could probably stretch out the life for another 2 or 3 years just by switching over as a It's a daily driver.
Definitely save fuel.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, so would this be in the garage? Like accessible once they get to work? Or,
Yeah.
like, I don't think that they should
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
stay at
So
home, you know what I mean?
I was
it'll be used just
using
like
that as
any
a
of,
blanket.
Okay.
it'll be used just like any of their other utility vehicles, that they drive, you know,
I mean,
they,
that'll be easier too, like if there's someone that need you to run to the shop to get, and you're on the job and it's more,
they're actually a little more, they're a lot more useful than like the Gator we have.
yeah.
yeah, they make some that have a tilt bed, so like you can load one effectively up with
And-
gravel and,
That would be my suggestion, if we buy one, that we buy one that has a dump bed.
Mhm.
We're gonna,
Is this street legal?
Yeah.
yes.
Is it a highway?
yeah, they're not drivable on
Like
interstate.
understanding, yeah, I see
You
now,
need a-
yeah.
You need to have a license plate on it, right?
Yes, yes.
Have you checked the internet or anything to see what how well they last, or if they've got a lot of problems or anything like that?
So most of the ones that wind up for sale in the U.S. are right around 100,000 to 60,000 miles,
Mhm.
and it's just because they've timed out for emissions regulations in Japan. So still perfectly suitable. There's guys with doing minimal maintenance to them that are getting 250,000 miles out of them. 'Cause a
What's
lot of
minimal maintenance?
Huh?
What is minimal maintenance?
oil changes.
Oil change?
Yeah,
Rotate tires,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
and
They're actually, those figures are a little wrong, Jason. Those little Japanese trucks are 100,000 kiloliters, which is 62,000 miles. So 62,000 miles is what 100,000 miles is on one of their odometers.
Just driving around in town.
Yeah.
It would take a long time to get 60,000 miles.
Yeah.
Roaming the streets of Hope. So,
That's a good point.
I mean,
We only have a
we're
lot.
not, it's staying within inside the town limits, so
Mhm.
it would rot away before it went bad.
I would probably be long gone by the time that thing needs to be replaced.
Same.
So I did do a split between water and sewer, 5,000 each. So we can discuss that more in January, or you can also leave it in there and discuss it once the purchase is presented, you know, but I did go ahead and put that in there just so you can kind of see how that would affect the
I would
budget.
say start looking and get an idea and see what you can find that's out there, and we can have something to
I'm sure I don't have
chew
a
on in January.
option.
Did we wind up with an extra truck when David retired?
Yeah, the S10 needs to be sold.
Yes, 10 needs to go.
Yeah. Can I sell that? Can we put that up for sale?
I mean, I think we should. It's probably just sitting. I mean,
What's he gonna do for it?
I don't know. Well, you're not going to get much.
No, I don't think so.
$200.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, I think you'd be lucky if you got $1,000 out of it. It's pretty rough.
I don't think we're gonna get $1,000 out.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
we do.
Yeah, do certain things to sell it if it's a surplus item, which
Yeah,
would be, you know.
we have to put it up for auction, right?
I think so.
And I think you have to have a motion to split, declare it
Declare it
surplus. And
surplus.
Yeah.
I thought it was already declared surplus
So-
before we just talked
It
about
may
it.
have been, I don't remember it.
Okay.
I don't think we.
We talked about doing that, but we
We
never did it.
declared our old dump truck.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the street sweeper.
and the street sweeper surplus, but I don't think the S10's been declared surplus. So we could do that if you wanted to.
And then how's the,
Looking for a motion to declare the S10 surplus.
I'll make the motion to declare it surplus.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
One more item for me, please. I noticed that our water operating budget here, we have a Verizon.
Wait a minute.
Where it looks like.
Let's finish
Oh,
this.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yes.
Okay. Any additional discussion?
Confusing.
Hearing none, Shannon?
Yes.
Yes.
Dave? Don? 5-0. So the S10 is surplus. Now,
One other item is Verizon, and they pay us to have their equipment on the top of our water tower, $11,664 a year. Scott and I have been looking at that contract, and they have decided to change the contract on us. Scott and I have not had a chance to get together and discuss it yet and review their contract
It's a lump sum
proposal.
payment.
That's going to
Right.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As long as a lump sum payment, I don't know.
they want to give us a lump sum payment of X
easement.
amount. I don't know what it is for easement, or it's far less than this $11,664. So we need to really get together and push the pencil and see if that's
Yeah, no.
something that.
why are they wanting to give us less?
Well, they're saying that what we have is not necessary any longer, and they're trying to condense everything, and they want to keep ours, but yet they don't want to pay what they've been paying us.
What do they want to pay?
I don't know exactly the numbers.
If it's
right
not
now.
necessary, then why would they want to keep it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't keep things that aren't necessary, so it
Well,
must be
they're-
necessary for something.
They're trying to condense all of their towers and pay less money is what they're trying to do. And I don't know the fine details about it yet. That's something that Scott and I need to really look at and see what.
So will this be brought up next month then, at the next meeting? Okay.
When did they want to start that new?
They've been pushing me to start as soon as possible, but I've
Did you
been
find that
delaying it.
contract end date? When is our current contract end date? Do you remember?
Well, I think it's like, from what I see, it's like next year.
Okay, so we've got time.
So I think we have.
They're
some
required
At
time.
the end of 2026?
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
buying some time with Verizon and have just been kind of holding on to this, but they keep contacting me.
How much do they pay now?
Ready to $11,664 a
A
year.
year, so they want to pay $625 a month starting on February.
So now it's $972 a month is what they're paying. It's quite a
Well, it's
big
changed.
difference, yeah.
That's a big difference, $600 chunk.
So remember too that that's a maintenance headache for you guys when it comes time to paint that tower.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
You know,
There's
so
always a chance of damage too.
there is because when they
Because magnets scoot around and stuff.
and if they use magnets, some of them they don't all use magnets still. I don't remember. I think we had magnets on that one.
I believe
But
it is.
I think it is. I think they switched to magnets. But just remember that, and it's not your. They're using it at the convenience. I mean, at your permission. And there's an issue because, like I say, those things are a pain in the butt when it comes time to.
Yeah, and I talked about amending the current lease, so that tells me it's not up. So we just need to look to see when it gets up.
And I know you've been super busy with all kinds of stuff. too.
Yeah, probably ought to check and see what they're paying for Columbus for all the towers we've got down there.
Tell them T-Mobile pays more.
You're
That's all I had about Verizon. So
Okay.
these numbers may be skewed a little bit in the near future, maybe.
Okay. One other thing in there, when we were talking about vehicles, the tool truck, how's it looking? It's probably gonna be to a point where it needs to be on the radar within,
Maybe 5.
yeah, but, I mean, it's a very high dollar item that
You need to start budgeting for.
we need to start planning for in the next few years,
Uh-huh.
because that's not a cheap thing.
450 or 5,
That one's a 350.
350?
Another reason for a mini truck to keep hours off the tool truck.
Right. just keep our all the I mean, really,
With that-
I would like to see us have.
How many people can fit in one of the Japanese rooms?
Depends on the size of the people.
Depends.
One in the back, right?
They've got a 6-door that fit
If I'm
9.
riding with you, it's going to be a
Oh,
tough.
yeah?
They got a
Herbie, I don't think you and I
Pick
can
it.
fit inside of one very comfortably.
No, I can't suck it in very much. Sorry, man.
You said they could fit 6.
Yeah, there's a 6-door that can fit 9.
I'm the
Not you!
I'm the size of 4.
Oh.
And then a couple other quick notes, also included is the, new town hall savings plan. And, one other comment that I would make, and Jason and I talked about this as well. You know, next year is gonna be a big year for sewer and this project, so it would be good if we didn't do anything big on the sewer side and let it just get through this project and balance out. And then one thing on the, I'm not gonna go through every line item, we can do that next month, I'll let you look it over, but one thing I did kind of add on the spreadsheet was at the top of the expenses, I kind of broke down, like the new town hall and with sewer, the sewer project. I kind of put at the top a breakdown so that you can kind of see the regular operating expenses versus the revenue, instead of looking at the big pocket versus the revenue. It kind of helps see that, you know, it kind of looks like we're really going in the hole every year when really we've got some of those items that we're saving for or just a one-time item. So I kind of did that to make that a little easier to read. So, and I did include in the very back, it's highlighted that it's the 2025. So you can kind of look through the line items and see changes recommended for next year versus what our line items were this year, or are this year, I should say. So, well, unless there's any other comments, questions right now, we'll just plan to put that on the agenda for January.
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh, you're not.
next item, utility write-off.
So this is our December write-offs, and the total for water is $1,839.42. The total for sewer is $100.98. So our grand total is $1,940.40. And the three, fortunately, the three write-offs are deceased. So I would just need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the write-offs.
I'll second it.
We got a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
5-0. Next item, rainy day fund.
So this is just our end of the year transfer that we try to do every year just to kind of get a little put back for a cushion in our budget. So we are allowed to transfer up to 10% of our revenue. So this resolution is to transfer $40,000. Resolution 2025-05. Be it ordained by the Council of the Town of Hope that the following transfer of funds be made. So from General Animal Control Officer, $7,000, General Police Salaries, $10,000, General FICA Medicare, $7,000, General Health Insurance, $10,000, and General Liability Insurance, $6,000, which totals going into our rainy day projects, $40,000. And just need a motion for that.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2025-05.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Shannon. Any discussion? Hearing none? Shannon?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ed?
Yeah.
John? Yes. 5-0.
Thank you, and I'll pass that around for signatures.
Okay.
I got a question while we're changing. Are we still collecting dogs and cats on a regular basis? Well, the reason I ask that, I've seen several up around Schaefer Drive and up in that first road there. seems like I've seen more animals out. And they're not all possums and cougars. Or skunks.
Right. Do you know what kind of dogs they are?
One's a pretty good size white. And,
We know where that one belongs.
okay.
Kind of mark.
Yeah, kind of mark.
Sorry.
But you are still watching.
Yeah.
Sure go.
Jason.
I wanted to have a little discussion about the town hall, and I know Omer and I had a brief conversation about this, and I just wanted to put this out there. Is the town hall is starting to look pretty rough from the outside. It's going to need some paint. It needs some doors. It needs gutters and some windows. Like it certainly needs an overhaul. Would you like for me to start getting some contractor numbers together to look at doing some repairs to the town hall? Or are we sure that we think we want to build a new town hall in the near future?
Well, I mean, what's the likelihood that we're going to be building one in the near future?
Well, some people say highly likely. I don't think that's highly likely.
I mean, this is what, my year 3 on the board. We've never discussed a location, nothing.
Right.
The only thing we ever do is continually put back money for it, but that's it. I don't know how long it's been since before my time that we've been saving for a new town hall and talking about it, but
There were plans done. There were plans
Yes.
done at one point.
Yeah, that was done when I first.
Wasn't it well over $1 million though?
It was a lot, I think.
2.5.
I think that, we kind of got into a pretty big wish list.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can definitely scale that back and be more practical, I guess you can say, with what we need. Initially, our hope was that we could get a grant, you know, to help pay for that, and it doesn't seem to be an option out there, or hasn't been since we started that plan. So, you know, I think maybe we could kind of look at.
how long ago was
There
that?
was some discussion about using the ARP funds
It's
too.
been 6
I
or 8
remember,
years.
and I don't think we can use those.
$2.5 million 8 years
Yeah,
ago.
8 years ago,
8
8
years
years ago.
unfortunately.
Probably more like 5 or 6 now. So,
And I don't know if we could like build it right beside us here in that piece of land, if that's right beside us.
We own that, don't we?
Yes.
I think that's what we should have bought the old bank for.
My thought was,
No.
for the time being, until we can afford to purchase a new town hall and build a new town hall, would be to upgrade this town hall, make it a little more give it a little more curb appeal and a little more usable. I know Diane and Karen kind of trip over themselves in that office, and we're completely out of room.
At what expense are we talking about, Jason?
Well, I don't have any idea. I haven't even. I'm not in the construction business, but I would say that
Is there something that needs fixed? Like, I know that, like, cosmetically, you, like, are saying that you want it to look better. But, like, is there something that needs fixed? Like, is the windows draft? You know,
yeah,
I don't
the windows are drafty, the doors are drafty, the
Something-
heaters, the heating HVAC system is on its last leg. I mean, it's 25 years old.
Mhm. Maybe we have to put that.
And
We have to maintain our building.
you know, the gutters are bad too.
I mean, it's an old Army Bear.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
We have in the general account, so that's general CCI, CCD, but 382,000. So we do have a lot.
I mean, is it something that maybe we need to look at some of our empty buildings that are here on the square of relocating the town office to a building here and this just be the police department building?
This would make an awful big police department. It wouldn't be necessary.
Well, it makes a really small town hall.
It absolutely does.
I mean,
Well, we're tight for space because look at all the people we got.
I mean, sometimes it is though.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Everybody's busy Christmas shopping tonight.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's something that we should look at, some of our empty buildings that we have on the square that we might be able to invest in versus building something new. To me, that would be more bang for your buck and helps at least solve one issue of an empty building because we've got a lot of them on the square.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna pour a bunch of money into this building.
And that's the other
That's
thing,
the other
is
thing.
that or you just decide you're going to pour a bunch of money in here, which really there's a lot of stuff that's probably behind the walls that needs to be dated. So
Yeah, you just have to have somebody look at it and
it's not
tell you.
probably the most energy efficient building, that's for dang sure.
It's pretty rough. I wouldn't think we'd want to put a lot of money into this building.
That's my thing. If it was mine, I would not be putting a lot of money into it. It's just,
If you do too much renovations, then you go start looking at your restroom, ADA. You gotta look at all your ADA stuff.
You're-
So tell me that's not ADA applying?
I don't think that. But the same thing if you use an older building, you gotta look at that
You're talking
too.
about, this is a World War II Army barracks.
Yeah.
You're talking about a building that's approaching 80 years old, if not older.
One of those buildings out here,
It's
same thing, age-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, if not more.
Older.
Yeah, I mean, but this was not designed to
Yeah.
been a permanent structure like this. It's designed house strips and then be tore down.
Not built for a fire station.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's, to me, it's,
Yeah, who owns that? Who owns the old fire station?
This was the
Pawn
first
shop.
one.
Pawn shop
Pawn shop
also,
owns it.
yes. It's being used for storage.
Everything else.
So, I'm asking for some direction here on what you feel like I should start looking for. Should I start looking for possibly another building on the town square that we could adapt and make work for a new town hall, or should I look at getting some paint and putting lipstick on this building temporarily?
You can put a lot of lipstick on it and it's still gonna. Yeah.
But it's already built, like it's already a functioning town hall.
well, that's true, but at a certain point, it's just as we said, it's a tight fit in here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what? Throwing some windows and the doors and a fresh coat of paint is still not solving the real problems.
Right.
Either we fix the problem or
You got 300,
everybody just sucks it up.
380 some thousand. I mean, I wonder if you could put like
With water
a
and
pole
sewer.
barn structure that's a lot better
Mhm.
suited inside, to make it look. I mean, you can
That's
make
what I would think.
a cheaper structure.
And that's actually what Omer
Uh-huh.
would too. I was just,
Yeah.
building a pole barn type. So yeah, if we include water and
So
sewer
make it,
portions.
you can make it pretty nice
Well,
inside.
you can clad it with anything.
Yeah.
You can clad it with brick if you wanted to make it pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's several options.
Wood poles was
$2
only
million
up for
for
about
a lot.
30 years.
No, I'd make it a metal.
Well, the metal.
Okay.
Well,
So,
like,
I
My-
don't
my
know, besides we're just gonna have to dig into some options.
I mean, we need to
But
look
there does
at
need to be something done.
what needs to be done right now
Mm-hmm.
that is needing fixed around here. So maybe next month we have a list of, are there doors that need to be repaired? Is there,
One of the biggest issues we have right now is storage. Her files and the police files that we have to keep, I got no place to put anything anymore.
I mean, is that stuff that we need to convert to electronic storage?
I've been trying to do that, but
It takes manpower.
Yeah, it's
it takes time,
But
maybe this needs a session to kind of just talk about.
An executive session.
I don't know if it's something that you can talk about in executive. You could have a work.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
I don't know what
I could get you the cost on the county building that just bid out.
Okay.
We could look at like per square foot cost.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's usually typically what we look at first.
Even if you put something right here next
So what
door,
would like a Morton building
Yeah.
cost?
Per square foot,
Yeah.
depends on how finished you want the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It could be as cheap as about $50 to $60 a square foot to well over $100. Depending on what you want the inside to look like. That's where the cost comes in.
Well, we're not contractors, you know, and even though I have painted, my hand doesn't fit a paintbrush. I'm not gonna do that. We want it finished.
Yeah.
We want our bathrooms ADA compliant.
But I can, like I said, I'm just bid out there at the fairgrounds, so I can get with Steve. Because I wasn't really involved in it too much, but I can see what the finish was. I know they've got some office space up front and stuff like that. So I think
That's
there's a
true, because that's like a pole barn type
It
structure,
is.
isn't it? And
It is.
I think it was pretty big from what I remember.
It's big. It's like 80 by 120.
So we wouldn't even.
Is that the one
we
that
need
they
one
built
that
for
big.
the-
You just
This
think it'd be a little
one,
bit
yeah,
bigger
yeah,
and
yeah.
just
Oh,
for
the
an
one
office or so. That
They
would
just
be.
built one for the Special Olympics.
Yes.
One guy.
Use this for
Build it.
storage.
Build it bigger than what you need because you're gonna use your space.
always allow for, and is
Never-
that something where you even consider, you want to consolidate the utility office,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
the water, the clerks and stuff to here, and not just be the maintenance building for them.
Yeah.
Because I know that's something we had talked about when we built a new building, that trying to get everybody under one roof instead of everybody spread out all over the place.
The other thing you could do is form some sort of committee.
Yeah.
You know, where a couple of you could have 3 of you on it, but you
If there's already a building committee.
Is there already?
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe it's just reactivating that building committee to say, hey, we need to get something done ASAP.
And a lot of the builders will. You can actually go on their website and kind of build your building. You've got a building program on
Oh yeah.
it. It's a little cumbersome, but our Morton buildings or any of them would probably give you a quote if you sit down and talk to them.
Scott's just built a new house. He probably knows all about it.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved in another building project. I want to remove myself from that committee. Yeah, I want to remove myself from that committee.
My only problem with doing something right now is we've got a Happy project we're working on, plus we're gonna have to put some more money in that project before it's satisfactorily done with a new pumping station.
Eventually, yeah, it's going to hit the Goshen Meadows, yeah.
So we've got a lot of money here we're dedicating to,
But we're going to try to go after the grant for that too.
well, I understand, but we haven't got it,
No.
and we don't know what the government's gonna do either.
Yeah,
And
that's for
and
sure.
that's a different fund for the most part. I mean, it's
Yeah.
doing a small portion of contributing, but sewer is,
Well, it all still taxpayer money that's gotta
well, it has, like certain things have to be used for certain things, so.
be. Right, I understand.
I'd just like some new gutters and some new awnings and some new windows. and
There's
some
nothing
new
that says we can't put gutters on.
Well, the thing is if we're still going to use this for something, if we're using it for storage, if we're
Yeah, that's
using
right.
it for something,
Right.
then we still need to maintain
You
it.
wouldn't want to put a whole lot.
I mean, not necessarily as much as if we're going to be in here on a daily basis, I guess. You know what I mean?
Something like that, I wouldn't dump $100,000 into it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're going to put your gutters on.
So that, what'd you say, it was 360 some?
382, right,
And
yeah,
then you're moving another 60 next year, right?
right. And then water and sewer was 26,000 each, so if we include that, and that's not including the 2026, it's 434.
So that doesn't include 20, which you're going to move to 26. So you got over 400,000.
That's,
Mm-hmm.
You could probably get some done.
4,000 square foot building.
Right.
huh?
That's a 4,000 square foot building. I mean,
That
close
was
to it. It's
plenty
big.
of space, yes.
What is the size? I think you measured one time, can you look what the size of this one
Get all the storage and stuff. Storage.
Come on, sir, you would know what the size of this is.
I was going to answer the question. I don't know.
We were going to ask you, maybe you just look at it and you'll tell us.
Okay.
All right, do we have any other discussion? Hearing none, before we close, and I haven't discussed this with the council, but I would like to wish everybody, whether they're here in this room or not, a blessed Christmas season. And I wish that everybody is safe and healthy throughout the holiday season, and that they're blessed with happiness and joy, and that we do not forget the reason for the season. And with that,
Can I say one quick thing?
Yes.
We are having at the church a Blue Christmas service Sunday evening for those who are not having a blessed and joyous time.
well, that's a very good point. Because it's, unfortunately, Christmas is not always a happy time for a lot of people. So, with that, I will close.